Hey you guys, it is Ninfa. Let me see if I can turn it a little bit, get a little more light here. Not that much more, but it is what it is. Hey you guys, it is Ninfa. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. As I always say, you can make more money, but you can't make more time. So the fact that you're taking the time to watch this, I'm grateful, so blessed, and so happy that you're here. All right, so today we're going to be talking about chapter 1 in compound effect. Welcome to Rise and Grow Your Mind. This is what this is all about. Reading some things and expanding your mind past the normal everyday life and everyday struggles that we have every day, and knowing that you can improve your life by doing small things each day, and that what you see on TV is not everything. And what society has told you is not everything, because society is made for you to be an employee, to work for someone else, to think that you this is the one path and it's the only path, but they don't really have you think of life as a growing process where you become, where you become a little more of who you are each day, and not what somebody else is, the cookie cutter thing, right? So this is great. If you are looking to, increase your life in any way, follow me in these wonderful books that I'm reading, which is called The Compound Effect. This is the second book I've got, or this is the third book I've done with you guys. The first one was Miracle Morning. Love that book. Starting your day off right to improve your life. The second one was Mindset. Oh my gosh, please get that book. It's really going to help you to identify your fixed mindset and be able to move into a more growth mindset. And now we're going to kind of put that growth mindset into effect with the compound effect. Also, we also did the book Eat That Frog. So we've done a few books here. Eat That Frog is great about productivity and anything you're trying to achieve. So it's really good. So compound effect, chapter 1, super simple. This one is just about, I love the equation he said here. He says smart choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference. And he talks about the penny magic. Have you ever heard of the story where there's two types of people? One person just goes ahead and takes $3 million, and the other person does a penny a day, obviously times 2 or compounded in 31 days. And which one would you take? And if you do look into this a little more, that the penny a day compounded each day actually adds up to like 10 or 11 million by the end of 31 days, right? And you don't actually see that big push until about like day 26. It really takes some time. So that person that gets that $3 million right away, they're still enjoying their money up to like day 26. They still making more money than you. And then day, I think 30, you hit 5.5 million, and then boom, you're at 10 million, right? Almost 11 million the next day. So just keep that in mind. So it says here, that's the story. I just kind of told you in general, but on day 29 is when you hit that 3 million mark if you're doing the penny a day. And so day 29 is it. It's not even day 26, so 29. And then day 30 is 5.5, and then 10.7 million is on day 31. So just basically said, what would you choose? Would you choose the 3 million up front, or would you choose the compound effect of 1 penny in 31 days? Please do the 1 penny in 31 days, because after time, most of us do not want to wait. And that's what he talks about here. I have a note here. He says, consistency is the key to success and sustaining it. Most people, and working hard, most people can do it for a little bit, but they can't do it for a long time. And those who move on to surpass you are people that can do it for a longer period of time. Like I said about even for like weight loss, it's like most of us, fail our diet within 3 or 4 days, right? We have that cupcake or whatever, but that other person that says, well, tomorrow I'm going to get back on, or the next meal I'm going to get back on. Let's see how long I'll last in. Maybe I'll last for 5 days, right? And they'll last for 10 days, and then they have another cupcake, and then that's right, I'm going to see if I can last for more than 10 days next time. And they just continue on. They get back on the wagon way faster, and they continue on to sustain these healthy habits. So over time, they're trimmer and fitter than you because they never gave up, or the other person that, like myself, after 3 days, giving up and I'm still a little heavy or what have you, and you're going and probably even gaining more weight at the end of that day because you just feel like, oh, I'm just a failure. But that's the thing. It's all about the little things you do every day, consistency. So there was 3 friends. They all made $50,000 a year. One decided to eat 125 calories less each day and read a personal development each day and implement it in his life. One decided to just sustain his same life where he's making $50,000 and he's just living his life as he's always lived his life. And the third one decides to eat 125 calories more a day. And they continue on doing their life together, right? In the first 6 months, you don't notice a difference. First 10 months, you don't notice a difference. First 24 months, not much difference has happened. But when you hit that 33 months here, 31 months, the person that was eating 125 calories less each day is now down 33 pounds. The other guy that was eating 125 calories more is up 33 pounds. And the other one that just kind of did life as it was is maintained the same. But here's the deal. The guy that decided to get rid of 125 calories a day, which is like literally subtracting a cup of cereal, nothing serious, right? And decided to read a book. He became extremely good at his job. He started to get promoted. He started to take everything he learned and start to implement it in his work. So he got a raise, he got a bonus, he moved up. And his home life has never been better. Him and his wife love each other. They have a great time with each other, and they're doing fantastic. The other one who ate 125 calories more, but he would just like go on the home cooking shows and would find maybe some great recipes that were a little heavier and in fat and calories and all that. And his family would love them and they would eat them. But what would happen is he would eat a little more than everyone else. That sluggishness and watching more TV, that's what he did. He also watched more TV. He would wake up a little later, groggy, and would get to work a little later and be a little more angry. And his boss would let him know that he wasn't doing well, and he'd be upset. And his home life wasn't doing well either because he spent less and less time with his wife and his family, and they had problems in their relationship, right? So 2 total opposite things happening there, okay? And then the one that's in the middle just became a little more bitter because nothing ever changed. Same job, same relationship, wasn't improving in any way, so he was still somewhat failing. He just was angry. And that's what most people are. We think we're staying the same, but what we're doing is teeter-tottering slowly on the failure spectrum, where we're going back instead of moving forward. So because our bodies are naturally made to progress, and our brains are made that way too. Even though we have the fight or flight whenever we're out of our comfort zone. So that's interesting, and that's it. Just small little things each day and accomplishing your goals. So in the summary, it says the first step: write out a few excuses you might be clinging to. Not smart enough, no experience, wrong upbringing, don't have the education. Decide to make up in hard work and personal development to outcome anyone, including your old self. Ooh, I like that. So write down all your excuses and then go about learning how to improve on these areas and work harder than anyone else to become a better you. That's exactly what they're saying in the mindset. The growth mindset is, okay, I'm not good at this. I'm not amazing at this. So what can I do to improve in that area? All right, number 2. B. Scott, write out the half dozen small, seemingly insequential steps you can take every day that can take your life in a completely new and positive direction. What is that? Getting up 5 minutes earlier, maybe even 30 minutes earlier, walking 5 minutes a day, smiling, complimenting somebody each day, small little things, adding a couple vegetables to your lunch, whatever that is, right? Number 3, don't be Brad, which Brad is the guy that had the downfalls of, he was eating all the food and all the things. Write down the small, seemingly insequential actions you can stop doing that might be compounding your results downward. Yes. And number 3, list a few areas, skills or outcomes where you've been most successful in the past. Oh, where you've been most successful in the past. Consider whether you could be taking those for granted or are not continuing to improve, and are therefore in jeopardy of having that complacency led to future failure. So these are 4 great things for you to do to really get embodied into that equation where he says small. Go ahead and do the equation here. Let me get to it. I'm actually going to put it on here so you guys can see it too. Small, smart choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference. Right there. And that's all he's doing. He's trying to help you get past your excuses and get past you not doing the things that you should be doing in life. But it doesn't have to be anything huge. It should be just really small. And then over time, you'll see the difference. Right away, you're not going to see a difference. You know, like if you're walking 5 minutes extra a day, you're adding a couple vegetables in your diet a day or what have you, you're not going to see much on the scale for a good amount of time. But over time, you will. So I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Post below if you're going to do those 4 things. And if you actually want me to send you what to do for the 4 things that are on this chapter 1. I'm so excited to read this and get back to you. And I'll see you tomorrow for chapter 2. Bye.